Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. If you guys have been a long-time viewer, you know that I like a good challenge. Okay, I like a good challenge. I like to do how much can I crochet or knit in a day. I like to do how much can I crochet or knit in an hour. We like to do fun little things around here. The best ones are when I give myself 4 days to make a whole t-shirt, a whole raglan for a concert. You know, I like to just really put myself in high stress situations. Today I think will be a little bit less high stress, but it's still a challenge and I'm still very excited about it. So I watch a lot of book YouTubers and I've seen a couple of them do the challenge of switching their screen time with reading. So I figured today we would switch our screen time with crocheting and knitting. And I think it's gonna be such a good time. I sit and rot on my phone so much and I don't even want to. I don't find any satisfaction in it. I feel bad when I go on social media for extended periods of time. I hate it. I hate it. Yet I continually do it. I come home from work and I sit down and I go on my phone. I don't crochet or knit or whatever. But today we're not doing that. Today we're going to avoid looking at our phone as much as possible. Did I sit and rot on my phone all morning? Yes, I did. But we're not going to do that for the rest of the day. We're not gonna. So I'm gonna go on my phone and I'm going to check my settings to see my screen time from last Wednesday. So I'm just gonna swap it from what I was doing last week to today, if that makes sense. So last Wednesday, March 20th, I spent 4 hours and 30 minutes on my phone, which actually is really good for me. And it's really good because I worked a 7-hour shift. So I came home and I was exhausted and I just was exhausted. So I probably like had dinner and watched TV with my parents and went to bed, and I didn't really have time in the morning to look at my phone either. So I'm not mad about this. I think 4 hours and 30 minutes is so feasible for me to sit and stay focused. I might have to split it up just because I need to, I don't know, eat lunch, and I'm gonna pause my timer whenever I do that, but I think I could do 4 hours and 30 minutes. I know a lot of people on book YouTube will do like a whole week of swapping their screen time with reading, but I don't have a whole week currently, so we're just gonna do a day. But if you guys want to see a full week, let me know and I can plan something out and we can figure it out, because I do think that would be a really fun challenge. I think it would be a challenge, but I think it'll be really fun. I think I have 2 main challenges today. First of all, not going on my phone and getting sucked into things that are mindless. Like, I could just go on TikTok and I recognize that I don't even want to be on the app, but I'm like there and I keep scrolling. So that's gonna be a challenge, trying to stay off and stop scrolling, because I'm just so easily influenced to just stay on those apps. Those algorithms really work for me. But we're not gonna get sucked into that for today, okay? And second of all, the second thing I'm gonna need to avoid, which I think will actually be harder than going on my phone, is not reading. Because I've been in a huge reading kick recently, and I have some really good new books that I really want to read, which actually brings us into today's sponsor, Book of the Month. If you guys don't know who Book of the Month is, allow me to be the one that tells you. I'm super excited to be working with them again. Book of the Month is a monthly book subscription company that brings a new book to your doorstep every single month. My favorite part about Book of the Month is the curation process. So the editorial team will actually read through hundreds of different books before curating the best list of anticipated releases, new authors, up-and-coming authors, making it easy for you to try new books, new titles, new authors without feeling overwhelmed. I've actually been able to try a lot of new authors through Book of the Month, ones that have honestly gone on to become some of my favorites. I'm not gonna lie, most of the times that I see the Book of the Month list, I end up seeing a lot of hype around those books online later on as people start to read them. They really hit the nail on the head every single time they're putting those lists together. They really get the best, most anticipated releases, which I think is really cool. And it's really fun. It's really simple. All you do is you go online, you get to pick your book of the month. You can either choose between a hardcover or an audiobook, depending on how you prefer to do your reading. I know a lot of people like to sit and listen to their book as they're doing something like crocheting or knitting, but for me, I love a hardcover, and every time you get a hardcover, it comes in the iconic blue Book of the Month box. So when you see it on your doorstep, you know it's like a little gift, which is really fun. Plus, it is very affordable, which I think is just spectacular. So I got 2 romance books this time around. The first one I got is How to End a Love Story by Yulin Kang. I'm very excited to read this one. I've never read a book by this author, but she is, I believe, the director for 2 upcoming Emily Henry book to movie adaptations. So I just know this is going to be good. Okay, if her and Emily and Henry are friends, I know I'm going to enjoy this book for sure. And then the second book that I got was Just for the Summer by Abby Jimenez. Abby Jimenez is an author that I was actually introduced to through Book of the Month, so I was excited to see another one of her titles, and I had to pick this one up. I love the way that she writes and tells a story, so I just know that this is going to be really good. So if you guys want to join in on the fun, which I highly recommend you do, go to bookofthemonth.com/pastel and you'll get your first book for only $5. Once again, that is bookofthemonth.com/pastel and you'll get your first book for $5, which is iconic. Thank you again to Book of the Month for always supporting the channel and for you guys for always checking them out. It helps me continue doing what I'm doing, but I am respectfully going to be hiding these books for the duration of the day so I don't get distracted, because we're on a mission today, people. We are on a mission, okay? And it's time to get set up. So I think I'm going to gather all my projects and then we're just gonna jump right in. So I'm like trying to set up my computer so I can watch something as I work. And why is it frozen? And why did it restart? Why do I own a $2,000 piece of technology that doesn't work after having it for a couple years? I don't know, that's crazy. Anyways, I guess I'm just gonna sit here in silence to begin the day. Let me show you the project that I'm starting with. I'm working on a pattern that I'm coming up with. I don't know. It's going well. It's just, it takes a while because each round takes a while. I'm using Drops Bell in dark denim blue, or dark jeans blue, I believe. I like it. It's a cotton linen blend, feels good. So we're just gonna start working on this today. I don't know how long I'm gonna have the stamina to work on this just because it's stockinette. It's not even stockinette, it's knit stitch, round and round and round. So I'm either going to disassociate and have a great time doing this for 4.5 hours straight, or I'm going to be bored out of my mind in about 30 to 45 minutes. So we will see. But right now, I'm just, I guess, gonna sit here and knit quietly in silence because my laptop is just straight up frozen. So that's awesome. So while we wait for that to start, I'm just gonna press start on my timer and we're just gonna jump in. We have 4.5 hours to kill. My third round. I believe it was my third round, maybe it was 2.5, and I am at 24 minutes, but I'm gonna go take a quick lunch break and then come back. I just want to get too into it because I know I'm gonna get really hungry, and when I get hungry I get slow, so I'm gonna take a quick break and we'll come back and we'll keep going. And I think I'm actually gonna keep working on this for a while just because I didn't realize how long it took to do one round. It took like 7 minutes to do the first round. Regardless, I'm gonna go eat and I'll be back.
Because this was the leverage, the secrets in living people's knowledge behind what was otherwise in a world of addiction and crime and society. These ghosts had understanding, a source of ghosts that they were given essentially manufacturing, also on the other side.
We are at 56 minutes, almost the first hour. So we're at 56 minutes. I've made pretty good progress on this for you know what it is. I've gotten a good couple rows in, but I'm getting bored. Like, I'm just not having a good time currently. I'm so excited about the project, but I'm working on it right now. It's boring me to tears. So I'm gonna switch over to crocheting, I think. I am being brave and finishing one of the whips that I talked about in one of my last videos, going through all of my like current whips that I have. I'm gonna finish her, I'm gonna frog them. So I'm actually gonna keep working on one. I finally got the yarn that I needed. I'm so excited to just have it done. So I'm just gonna sit and make granny squares for a little while, I think. Maybe I will actually be able to finish the back today. I would love that, but we'll see. We are currently just over 3 hours. Ah! Exciting. It feels like so much longer. Guys, I don't know why I'm having such a... miserable is not the right word. Such a day. It's not... I'm like not... time is not flying. It's probably because I'm timing myself, so I'm much more aware of how long everything's taking, but that's just crazy. Anyways, I did in fact finish the back panel, and I have the front panel. Don't even begin to talk about the amount of ends I will need to weave in. Don't talk. Please just don't talk. So I think I might just go ahead and stitch up the sides and the shoulders just because I'm already here. I'm already sat with this setup. I'm so bored of working on this, but that's okay because it needs to get done and I just need to get over myself. Once I put it together, I can figure out how I want the ribbing and the edging and whatever to look, because I don't know how I want that to look yet. So this is... I should just get over myself and do it. So I'm gonna do that now. Like I said, a little bit over 3 hours. I'm gonna have to stop in a bit because I have an appointment. So I will probably finish the challenge after dinner. So I'll have like a little bit of a break. And then I'm thinking tonight we'll knit. Either knitting the sweater number 15 or just going back to the dress that I was working on earlier, which I feel like is the smarter thing to do. Because if I want to write a pattern for that, mama's got to get a groove on. You know what I mean? Like I don't have time to like just let it sit and be like a passive whip. I really have to work on it. So I'm gonna finish this up and I'll probably check back in later after dinner when I've been knitting for a little while. Yay, fun. We're back. Hey, this is where we ended off and I do think it looks really good. I was actually a little bit worried before I tried it on that the fit wasn't gonna be exactly what I wanted, but it worked out and I do really like the way it looked. I just don't want to deal with weaving the ends or doing the trimming and whatever on it right now, so I'm going to do this another time. And I think I'm just going to pick up the dress again that I was working on before and just work on that for the last little bit of time that we have left, just because like I mentioned, if I want to write a pattern for it, I gotta get it done at some point. So we're at 3:21, 3 hours and 21 minutes. We have a little bit over an hour left to work. I believe in us. It's really not that much time. I seriously think the only reason I feel like this has been the longest day of working ever is because I'm timing it. Literally, that's it. Let's just get back into it, I guess. Just keep going. 2.5 hours and 2 projects later, we are done with the challenge. I stand by my statement that this has felt like the longest day of crocheting and knitting that I've literally ever done, and I don't know why. But regardless, I showed you guys before, we got so much done with my granny square v-neck vest. So genuinely happy that I finished the back panel of that, because it's been sitting as an unfinished whip for just like a year. So I'm happy to have the squares done for that and have it all be together. Now I just need to figure out how I want the rest of the piece to look, like with the ribbing and the finishing touches and all that, but that's for a different day when I have more brain power to like be in design mode, you know what I mean? And then we got a ton done actually with this. Like we got a good couple of rows in. It probably was like maybe here when we started the day. I don't know, I have no concept. But like I feel like I got like a really good amount of that done. I was able to work on that pretty quickly, all things considered, figuring it's a pretty big project. So I'm really happy with all the progress that we got done today. I definitely was moving slower. I'm just having one of those slow hands days. Also, the yarn that I'm using for the knitting project, I just can't work very fast with for whatever reason. I think it's because it's a cotton linen blend. There's not a lot of stretch and give, so you really have to like fight to get the needles through it, at least in my opinion. So I think that's why I was moving a little bit slower, along with I'm just having sleepy brain. It's just that kind of day. So the challenge is done. We reached 4.5 hours. This was definitely a feat. It never feels like this much time or energy when I'm just sitting running on my phone. But I mean, I guess that's exactly the point. I think it would be so crazy to try to do a whole week of this, but if you guys want to see it, I will do it for you. Okay, I will do it. I will do it for you. We'll plan it out. But I do think it would be crazy. I can't imagine. But let me know if you want to see it. And let me know if you have any other challenges you want me to do. I like doing challenges. I think they're fun. So I would be more than happy to do another sometime soon. But yeah, that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I hope you guys had a good time. I hope that this was silly and fun and entertaining. If you guys like content like this, make sure to subscribe and give this video a like so I know that you enjoyed it and that I will make more content like this. And if you guys liked me and want to hear me yap more and more, you can check out the Crochet Authority podcast with my friends Morgan and Savannah on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. Anyways, I'm gonna go take my makeup off and I think put on my headache cap, but I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day or night whenever you're watching this, and I will see you guys next time with a brand new video. Bye everybody.